Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to a new room in my house. Today I'm in my bedroom and the reason for that is because I'm going to have a huge wardrobe sort out. So I need to swap over my summer clothes, which are behind me in this cupboard, and get all my autumn winter clothes out, which are underneath the bed. So I'm going to get everything out, and I thought while I was doing that I would just go through all of it and see if there's anything I need to maybe donate or give away or refashion and change, and things I maybe haven't worn very much, so I need to just part with now. And I also want to see if there are any gaps in my wardrobe that I can fill with handmade clothes rather than just buying them this time. So I thought I would film it because I really like watching videos like this. I love seeing how people store and organise their clothes, and I love seeing how people kind of just plan for their autumn and winter wardrobes or their summer wardrobes or whatever. So I hope this video will be interesting, and I also hope that I'll be able to film it okay, because this kind of style of filming is a little bit new to me in the way that I'm going to have to film it, so please bear with me. Also, this bedroom is a little bit dark, so I hope the lighting is going to be okay. Anyway, with all that said, I'm going to get everything out now. I think it's going to be one of those jobs that I'm going to hate doing while I'm doing it, but hopefully when it's done I'll feel much more organised. So this is all of my summer stuff. I've cleared everything out of that wardrobe, and that's everything that I kind of wear spring and summertime, and I didn't think I had that many clothes but looks like I do have quite a lot. So I've definitely got more summer and spring clothes, I would say, than autumn winter. I just tend to make more and buy more summer clothes than I do winter clothes. So there's definitely more here than there will be when I've kind of put all this away and when I get the autumn winter stuff out. Lots of my handmade stuff is kind of summery, dresses, blouses, tops and skirts and things like that. Not so much my autumn and winter stuff is handmade, and I think that's something that I maybe want to change and think about why, and think about what I can fill or what I can do to fill those gaps. So I'm going to go through all of this summer stuff now, and I'm going to see what I haven't worn and what I need to kind of do something with. I never throw anything away. I'll always give it away, give it to charity, try and refashion it or sell something, or give it to someone that I think that might be able to use it more than me. So that's what I'm going to do now. So that was a bit of a mammoth task, and I'm already at the stage of thinking, why did I bother to start this? I've got a massive pile of clothes, summer clothes over there that I need to put away. I don't think they're all going to go under the bed, so I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them. My summer wardrobe has grown extensively over this summer, and I think it's just because I've been making so much stuff during lockdown, and I've kept all of my summer stuff from last year. Most of it was handmade anyway. And it's just kind of doubled over the summer, and I don't really want to get rid of any of it, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to manage that yet. So that is all in a pile over there. My winter wardrobe is much more minimal so In the cupboard there I've put jeans away and jackets. I won't show you them because they're a bit boring. None of my jeans are handmade. I'm not sure if I'll ever be a jeans maker, to be honest, but yeah, jeans and jackets are in there now. So in terms of what I've got hanging in there, I'm going to keep my Sew Over It shift top with 3/4 length sleeves, my Sagebrush and Norma blouse hack, which I can hopefully keep wearing under a cardi throughout autumn and winter. I've got this long sleeve top, which is actually from Fat Face, but I wear that underneath pinafore dresses and things sometimes, or just with jeans. Another blouse from Fat Face, which is really nice. I got that actually because the fabric really reminded me of like an Atelier Brunette type print, and it's really soft and silky, and I really like that. Got that in the sale in January, I think. And then I've got my Avid Seamstress, the blouse, which this one was the first one I made in this Atelier Brunette fabric, and I want to keep wearing those really. I haven't worn those at all through the summer, but I'd really like to either buy or make a couple of cropped jumpers that I can put over the top of these blouses, and hopefully just keep wearing them with jeans or something during the winter or the colder months. Another Avid Seamstress, the blouse, which I made as a blog post for the Fabric Guys. Not worn that this summer yet, but again I'd like to sort of get a jumper that I can wear over the top of that. I have a plain denim shirt, a floral shirt from H&M, my Sew Over It Bussy Bow blouse, which I made for a Minerva blog post, which I love but I haven't ever worn because it feels a bit worky to me. It feels very smart. I haven't worn it yet, but it's probably just because we haven't really been out that much to wear it. I think in the sort of colder months, winter, at Christmas time, if we do end up going out, I could wear this with a pair of jeans or a nice pair of trousers or something, so that's staying out. And then skirts. Plain denim skirt from H&M. Sorry, put these all out of order now. I've got an Ava Skirt, Sew Over It Ava Skirt, which is made out of a sort of needle cord fabric, which I also got from the Fabric Guys, and I've written a blog post about that if you're interested. But this is a little bit big actually. I made a size 10 based on my measurements, and I probably should have made a size 8, so it is a little bit loose at the waist, but I do tend to wear jumpers and things with it, so I'm going to leave that how it is for now. Another cord skirt from Matalan, which I'd really like to actually recreate in a different colour cord. I really like that. And then dresses. These I bought last Christmas, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure whether to keep them. This is a dress from H&M. It's just like a plain above the knee dress with a bit of shearing around the middle. This I don't really like at the back because in the winter you have to wear something underneath it, and it's got quite a big keyhole neck opening. I guess I could sew up the keyhole a little bit so it's not quite so gapey. But yeah, I don't know whether to keep that or not really. I'm a bit kind of not that fussed about it, but I only bought it last year, so I'm not sure if I should really get rid of it yet. I have a long sleeved floral black dress from Next, which I actually bought for my grandma's funeral and wore it for that. But it is actually a really nice dress. It's made from like a waffle type jersey and it's really cosy and warm. So I'm going to keep that out. Another dress from Next, which is just a drawstring waist floral dress with a button up bodice, which is actually quite similar to the Darling Ranges dress actually, but just has a drawstring middle. Can't remember why I brought that actually. I've had that for a little while, but I'm going to keep that because I quite like that. And then I have another sort of mini dress, I guess. It's above knee dress, but it's very similar to the mirror dress, which I've since made. It's kind of, you probably can't see on the camera, but it's got two gathered tiers and I am going to keep that because I quite like that to wear in the winter with a pair of tights. And I haven't got too many to show you. This is my Nemesia dress, I think it's called, which I pattern tested for Glasshouse Patterns. It's made from Ponte Roma jersey, just with little short sleeves, and as you can see, it's like a black geometric print, just an above knee dress with some pockets, and I really like that, so I'm going to keep that. And then I have a very old jersey dress from Jules, which I wear now and again, I really like. That just has a zip at the back, so I am going to keep that. Kind of virgin on getting rid of that because I've had that for so long now, but I just reach for it now and again because it's just easy to wear. What else? I'm going to talk about that one separately. And then I have a Clio dress. This is my favourite Clio dress. It's made from a navy baby cord fabric, and I do wear that quite a lot, but the only trouble with that is that it picks up the fluff terribly. Like, you can probably tell, well, you might be able to see on the camera, but just from having it out now and being on the bed and probably being near my jumper, it's picked up so much white fluff. I don't know what to do about that. Anyone have any tips on how to deal with that? But that is all of my dress and skirt collection, so I think that's quite minimal. Do you think that's quite minimal? Oh, actually, I do have one more. I lie, it's not actually my whole dress and skirt collection. I've got a couple more. Actually, I have quite a lot more. Oops. So this one I really like. This is my mirror dress, Fibre Mood mirror dress, and I made that as a blog for Minerva, so if you want to read more about that, then I do have a blog post all about this. It's a little bit short because I forgot to add the seam allowance onto the pattern before I cut it, but it's fine with a pair of leggings or dark black tights, but I really like this. I definitely want to make another couple of mirror dresses for the winter. Can you see the tiered skirt there? But it is very similar to that New Look dress that I just showed you. So that's one that I'm keeping out for winter. And then I treated myself with some birthday money to this lovely dress from Fat Face. And I probably should have tried to make this, but I just loved it and I love the fabric. And actually it's one that I'd quite like to try and copy one day. So it has long sleeves with some shirring around the cuff, and then it has a drawstring waist. And really it's pretty much maxi dress on me. But yeah, it's just really lovely. The fabric is really soft. It's like a dobby kind of silky viscose. And I thought I'd treat myself to that. So I've worn that a couple of times just with a pair of trainers. And I think that'll see me through autumn. I've kept out my Lulu dress, which I made in collaboration with Makerist. I'm going to keep that one out because that's kind of midi length and I can wear that with trainers. And then I have two heather dresses which I love. I have a navy textured jersey one and a kind of plum coloured one. And I just wear those quite a lot in the winter with tights or leggings because they're really comfy on just days when I'm at home or just doing the school run and those kind of things. This really is a summer skirt. This is from New Look, I think. It's like a animal print wrap skirt. But I thought I could maybe try and get some wear out of this in the winter with like a jumper or something underneath it, and maybe like a pair of boots or trainers or something, because I really like this skirt and I haven't worn it a lot this summer, but I'm sure that might be okay as well for autumn or winter. And then I just have two Clio dresses, a stripy one, stripy Clio dress, which I've actually cut to tunic length rather than the length of the pattern, and I also take them in at the sides a little bit. And I have this kind of mustardy colour one, which, to be honest, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about the colour of this fabric and whether it suits me. So yeah, I haven't worn that yet because I just made it at the end of winter last year and put it away straight away. So I'm going to see how I go with that one. Yeah, so 2 of those. And then I just kept out some cami tops just so that I could have those for wearing underneath jumpers and cardigans. I've got my Libby shirt, my Sew Over at Libby shirt, which I'm hoping to be able to wear under a cardigan. My Grainline Studio Scout tee, I think it's called. That's from an Atelier Brunette fabric. Hopefully we'll wear that under cardigans. Puffy sleeve top from Oasis, which is very similar to my Agnes top, which I'm going to keep out and hopefully wear underneath a cardi or a jumper. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've kept out for autumn and winter. Apart from my jumpers, I've got a pile of jumpers there, and one of my drawers over there has cardigans in, but I won't go through all of those. But yeah, that is pretty much my autumn and winter wardrobe. And I'm just going to put all of this away and try and tidy up a bit. So it is actually the next day now. It took me quite a while to sort out all of those clothes and pack them away under the bed and then put all of my winter stuff into the wardrobe, but it's all done now. And I just pulled out a few things that I'm hoping to kind of change a little bit and refashion, just in the hope that I might get a bit more wear out of them. So I'll just show them to you and just quickly talk about what I'm thinking that I'll do to make them a bit more wearable. So first up is this Sew Over It shift top, just a short sleeve shift top. It's one of the first things that I made, and I really like it because the fabric is really soft and pretty, but it's just a little bit long. So I'm going to crop it a little bit so that I can just wear it sort of out rather than tucked in. And also the insides need overlocking because I made it before I had an overlocker. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that one, and then hopefully that would just be a little bit more wearable. And next is another shift top. I wore this in a recent video and just mentioned how I find the facing a bit annoying in it because it's quite a see-through top, so you need to wear a vest top underneath it, and then I feel like you get the kind of the line of the vest top and the line of the facing while you're wearing it. So you've got kind of a gap of skin here, and lots of people commented on my video and said, why don't you just cut the facing shorter, which of course is a really obvious and brilliant idea, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to cut it really short up to the top of the facing sewing line and just have it as more of a binding than a facing, because I do really like this top, and hopefully that will help me to get more wear out of that one. Oh, I should have mentioned what I'm wearing actually. So this is a Molly dress, a Sew Over It Molly dress. It was one of the first things I made from jersey. It's made of like a Ponte Roma jersey without a lot of stretch in it. And the neckband isn't quite right. It pulls a bit around here and it sticks up a little bit to one side, which to be fair is normally covered by my hair anyway. But I just kind of know that it's not right. So it does put me off of wearing this a little bit. And also I find with the Molly top and dress, it just pulls a bit weird around here. And I think it's because you've got this kind of grown on arm sleeve bit here, and then you attach the rest of your sleeve. And it just causes quite a lot of bunching around the arm area. And I think a few people have found that with the Molly pattern, and maybe I need to go up a size to avoid that. But I think when you make the top, you make it in like a viscose jersey, which has more drape in it. Whereas with what I'm wearing with the dress, it's just a bit kind of stiffer. There's not as much movement in there, so it does kind of gather up around here. So those things put me off of wearing this a little bit. I have taken the neckband out of this a couple of times already, so I don't really want to go playing around with that anymore, because I think that would just mess it up even more. So I'm going to keep this one out and see how I go with it. If I don't wear it much again this year, then I might just have to think about getting rid of it. But yeah, that's the Molly dress. Next is actually like a tunic sweatshirt thing that I have from Jules. And I've had this for a good few years now, and it's starting to bobble and fade where it's been washed and worn so much. But I think I'd like to have a go at recreating something like this. So really it's just a real straight like tunic shape, and I think the shape of it reminds me quite a lot of the Tilly and the Buttons Cocoa top, and I'm wondering if maybe I could just extend it down a bit and make a dress out of the Cocoa top pattern. This has pockets in it, but to be honest the pockets do annoy me a bit on this anyway, because they kind of come out where the dress is tight to your body, they do kind of fold over a little bit, so I might not bother with pockets. But yeah, it's just kind of on the front it's cut to hip length and then with a little bit added on, which I guess you wouldn't even need to do if you were making a pocket this version. And yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I could have a go at recreating that. So I'm going to look for some nice waffle jersey that I might be able to try that with. Next is the sad tale of my denim Clio, yes. I always get Coco and Clio muddled up. This is a Clio dress, isn't it? So I feel really sad about this because I feel like I've made it really well. I love the denim that I've used. The denim was from Higgs & Higgs, and I've done lots of lovely top stitching on it. And I just feel like I've made it really well, but for some reason, this version of the dress is just really tight over my hips, and I don't know why really, it must be something to do with the fabric. It's like a stretched denim, so maybe it's just that little bit tighter. But anyway, it just feels a little bit uncomfortable to wear because it kind of is tight over my hips and it pulls a bit. So I'm going to keep this out as it is and just see how much I wear it. I don't think there's anything I can really do with it size wise because I've overlocked all the seams inside it, so I don't think I could make it any bigger. So I think I'm just going to have to see how I go with that this season and see how much wear I get out of it, and then think about what will have to happen to that if I don't wear it. But it's such a shame because I really love the dress as it is. It's just fitting in that one. Next is something you may have seen in one of my other videos, is this Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress. Slightly hacked to have a frill on the bottom of the hem, which makes it kind of midi length. And I spoke about this before, just saying that I don't wear it much because I find the extra fabric in the frill so heavy, and also because it's a midi length dress. I just feel like I don't wear midi length things very much in the winter because I don't like the look of them with tights. I didn't wear this all summer, so I'm just thinking that I might actually go ahead and chop it into a top because I'm sure that I'll get more wear out of it that way. It is a shame because I do like this dress, but I really want to wear it and I like the fabric, so I think I'm gonna just do it and just cut it into a top and hope that I wear it a bit more. So that's that one. And next, this one is just a bit of a shame really. This is another indigo dress, which I managed to mess up quite a lot. So I really love this fabric. I love the print of it and I love the colours. It's like a peach skin fabric. It's really shiny and silky, and it was really quite hard to work with, so I tried to do the exposed gather at the waist, which just didn't go very well at all. And I ended up completely chopping the whole skirt off and regathering it into the top again, which made it a little bit shorter, which was okay. But I just feel like I haven't gathered that in very well at all, and I don't know if you'll see on camera if I hold it up, but my gathers are more like pleats, and they just don't look good at all. And I feel when I wear this that I'm not wearing something that's been very well made, if that makes sense. I know all the flaws in it and I know how I feel in it, and it just doesn't really make me feel good. So not sure what to do about that. I could completely chop the skirt off again, maybe make it into quite a high-waisted peplum-y sort of top, or I could just discard it as a bad job. The other thing about this is I think the interfacing that I've used for the facing is a bit too stiff for the fabric, so that doesn't feel very nice either. So I'm just wondering if I need to give this up as a bad job, maybe use the fabric for something else, for some pockets or something. And lastly, I just thought I'd show you this. These are so creased because they were screwed up at the bottom of my pyjama box, but this is a pair of Fifi pyjamas by Tilly and the Buttons, which I made without pre-washing the fabric, and the fabric's like a viscose, so guess what? As soon as I washed it, they really shrank in the wash. So if I hold them up, you can probably see how teeny they are. They're a bit creased, so they're a little bit bigger than that. But yes, there's no way that I'm going to be wearing those anymore. But because the fabric's really nice, toucan-y kind of fabric, I'm going to keep them and just use them for little scraps of fabric. But that was a very big lesson to me, to always pre-wash fabric, because I just never would have thought that it would shrink that much, but it did. It sadly did. So there are my tiny PJs. I'd really like to make another set of those actually. I haven't actually done it. I think I was traumatised after that experience. But maybe next summer I'll make another pair of those. So always pre-wash your fabric if you need to be told. So that's my very big wardrobe edit. I feel like I did get rid of quite a lot of stuff, but I feel like it needed to be done, and now I feel so much more organised for doing that. I feel like I know where the gaps are in my wardrobe now. I feel like I know what I need to make. I feel like I'm trying to think more about what I actually wear rather than what I like sewing, just so that I don't end up with loads of unworn things in my wardrobe. So there'll be a lot of jersey makes ahead. So I'm going to write a blog post, just kind of writing up my findings from this wardrobe edit, and my thoughts about what I might make and what patterns I might use to fill those gaps. So if that's interesting to you, then I'll link that down below. My next video is actually going to be a fabric haul anyway, because I've got some fabrics to share. So hopefully by the time I record that, I'll have a few more fabrics to add to that video, with new things that I'm going to make to fill the gaps in my wardrobe. So I hope that video was interesting. I know I like to watch this kind of video, so hopefully you did too. I'd love it if you give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!